And I've been thinking about this, I guess this whole week as I've watched everything transpire. I guess I kind of wondered this from the very get go is what was the mindset as they planned this? If I were, it's just me now, if I were planning that, the very first thing I want to know, the very first piece of real information I need is who is the enemy here? Once you understand that, then you could pretty much figure out what they're going to do. Now, yeah, it's easy to say, well, it's Trudeau. Not necessarily. He's a lot like our president, Mister I don't know where the hell I am, Joe Biden. They have handlers, ladies and gentlemen. These handlers are globalists. This, as you can see, this is a worldwide movement. So people all over the world are experiencing the same exact problems. That is not coincidental. That is planned by the globalists. And the globalists are those that are pretty much establishment, the Hillary Clintons of the world, the Bidens, the Bushes, the Obamas, and and all of large banking, all of the mega industry. You could see the way they want to control you. They want to control your life. They want to control what you think, what you see, what you hear, what you say, what you can't say, where you can go, where you can't go. Pretty soon they're going to start messing with your diet. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's coming to a theater near you. So the people that organized this, I'm afraid, really did not study their opponent much. And the reason I say that is we are in a time in history where the shit hit the fan. This is not a schoolyard softball game. The globalists are playing for keeps. Look at what happened here, Canadians. Just look back a few years ago of how we had cities, plural, two or three at a time, up in flames. We had that autonomous zone. Where the Portland was it? Now, what does the mayor say? Because everybody's watching this wondering, what the hell? What does the mayor say? Look, this is a peaceful demonstration. This is a block party. As you can see, fire in the background. I mean, personally, I thought that was funny as hell. It really was. But also, the scary side of that is that's how they see you. That's how they see you. They see you as I don't know, a plebe, a peasant, a subject, that you will do what we say. If you don't, this is who the enemy is. Now, why would you organize this and automatically assume that the best thing to do is do what the enemy tells you to do. I don't know, like, well, let's see, you better park them trucks over yonder, so that way we can surround you if we have to. Do you mind doing that? Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. And the other part of this is they're screaming, hold the line. Look, I give these guys all the courage. I give them all the respect they deserve. But at the same time, the organizers, now I'm speaking to you, at the same time, you're asking people pretty much to risk their livelihoods. You could say risk their lives, screw up families, all kinds of shit can transpire from this. And then you're going to do what the enemy tells you to do? And then what? And then you're going to say, well, yeah, it's time to go home now. Gee, guys, thanks for holding the line with us. Yeah, baby. Why would you do that? Look, you got to go into something like this understanding the urgency of the matter. Look, if it's not that urgent, why bother? If it is that urgent, if it's freedom you're talking about, if it's really about that, then how much does that mean to you? And if it means that much to where you are willing to freeze your frickin' ass off for a month, then you got to assume that the enemy is going to get violent, so therefore you will be getting violent also. That's got to be the mindset. This is a revolution or a war, whatever the hell you want to call it. You're not going to accomplish shit with these fascist bastards by being peaceful. I'm sorry, that is just the truth. Now, you want to hang out there? They can outweight you, guaranteed. You see, they got the power, you don't. They could do whatever they want, you can't. They will go where you will go where they tell you. And that's just how that is. Now, if you don't want to do that, then you got to resist, right? Now, how do you resist? By cooperating with them? I don't think so. You should be building barricades amongst many other things that should be prepared. Why go through all this to go there and do what they tell you to do? I'm not understanding it. What do you intend to gain from this? Now, I don't know how true it is. Probably about 10, 15 minutes ago, I heard one of the organizers split. He left. I think he got arrested. They let him go. And he told everybody, yeah, you should pack up and go home too. What? Wait a minute. What? I've been sleeping in my truck for 21 friggin' days, and for what? You asked me to come here for what? Leader, huh? Yeah. You see, a lot of people can talk a good game. And they're, Like, I did not understand. The guy, I think, was sitting in like an 18-wheeler or something. Why would he even bother opening his door? I mean, I would have those doors chained shut. Really? Yeah, nah. Fuck no. You hop on my truck, we're going for a ride, pal. See what it feels like hanging on the outside of a truck in like 30 below, you know? Anyway. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing transpires here in the good old USA. I don't know. I got a feeling in my gut that it's not going to be like what you're seeing in Canada. This one could get ugly because listen, anybody going to DC, if you think you're going there for a peaceful demonstration, you are out of your mind. They are not going to let that happen. Go there expecting violence from them. They're going to push it. Believe me, if the January 6th, what do you think you're going to go there and do? So no, listen, it's a peaceful protest. They'll be fine. They're going to rip you guys a new frickin' asshole, and you better be prepared for it. Whatever that means, use your imagination. If this is about freedom, and if this is a war about freedom, uh, the people that got the power decide that, not you. When it's a tyrannical government, okay? They give it out in bits and pieces. They ration freedom, you know. Well, okay, wait a second. Let me see your ration book for a second. Okay, you've got 3 stubs. All right, you got 3 stubs for next week, so you can have like 3 hours of freedom on Tuesday, 3 hours of freedom on Thursday and Friday. So we just need to know what times you intend to use those freedom rations, okay? Right? They got the guns, the planes, the bombs, the ships. They got all that stuff. You see, this is reality. This is reality, folks. This is reality. This is what I was talking about, making peace with God. That's gotta be the mindset. If you're gonna undertake this, okay, you gotta put on the warrior mentality. Okay, just like anybody that joined the colonial army back in the day. That took balls. That took balls like you wouldn't believe. To be a farmer and say, hey, Roy, yeah, Bill. I understand there's this feller down there, George Wilson, George Washington. That's who it is. He putting together this army, and they're saying that they're going to go fight the British. Bill, are you aware? Like they are the strongest army in the world. Yeah, Roy. I kind of thought that, you know. But I'll tell you what, it sure do sound like fun, don't it? But yeah, you know, a lot of these guys, they signed up. They knew they were going to die. Um, I'm sure a lot of them were just complete whack jobs too. Let's be honest here. All right, you know, guys from the backwoods. Hell, yeehaw! I mean, they killed a lot of British though. That's for damn sure. So I mean, this has got to be the same kind of mindset. If it's about freedom, and I mean, obviously it is. But how far do you want to push it? That's and it's not. Don't kid yourself thinking it's gonna like they're gonna follow the rules. Ah, man, should I answer this? Excuse me 1 second here. I could call this guy back. So anyway, let me turn this down. There we go. So yeah, that's got to be the mindset that you're going in this, and it's gonna be a war. There is no way on earth that these people on Capitol Hill are gonna let this fly peaceably. I'm sorry. So either you go there, and if you know you're gonna get arrested, I mean, like, listen, I've been in a lot of fights in my day. And I mean, I've been in some fights where I mean, I got beat up to the point where I was completely out. I mean, uh, but there's been times where I was going after more than one guy, and you make that decision like that this is gonna hurt, but I don't give a shit. I just want a piece of one of them. And I got my piece too. I got my ass handed to me, but I got my piece of flesh. I bled the enemy. And that's the kind of mentality you got to have here is go there understanding that this is going to get violent and they want to play with guns. Sorry, we can play with guns too. I'm not telling anybody to do that, mind you, big brother, okay? But that's usually what happens in revolutionary situations where a certain group of people want their freedom back from tyrants, and the tyrants aren't going to budge. You're going to have to rip them a new asshole until they, give up. That's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, everybody's excited about it. We want to win this, but we're living in times now like who knows? I mean, who knows? I mean, look, I pretty much made up my mind that we are in the last days. Okay, I kind of had to make peace with the idea that the United States just doesn't exist any longer. It doesn't. Right? Yeah. Sorry. Um, on a local level, because of my health situation, yeah, I'd fight. Yeah, I would do what I can on a local level, as long as I'm near my supply line. Where I could get my meds and all that stuff. Um, but other people, are just going to have to make that decision about whether or not they're just going to fight. But like I was saying, I believe we're in the last days, and the best thing you could do now is make your peace with God. We love our country. We were brought up that way. Some of us served, okay? And yeah, we have a love for this country, and we have a tremendous amount of respect to those that served and were wounded mentally, physically, you know, uh, and we don't want to see that spit on and disgraced. We really don't. We don't want our kids being taught nonsense in school. That stuff that's only going to do nothing but divide the races even more than they are. Why do you think that's happening, huh? Is that just because, or is it planned out? Listen, all of this is planned. And matter of fact, you can read about it in the Book of Revelations, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, get a book of get yourself a Bible. Go to the Book of Revelation. Maybe get a commentary on it and do some reading, and then take a look at where we are at. And you tell me whether or not we are or we aren't there. I know we are. So I made, like I was saying, I made peace with the fact that the United States don't exist any longer. It breaks my heart. It makes me depressed. But I have to trust in God. You can't put your faith in man, okay? Because man is not perfect. Man is always gonna disappoint you. God will never leave you behind. Okay, yeah. All right. God will never leave you behind. So put your faith in Christ and look into it.